Welcome, guys, back to episode 29 of In the Pressbox. My name is Alex, and I'm here with.
Aiden.
So, anyway, let's get. We would not have Benjamin on the podcast this week. He should be back next week. But anyway, let's get into the topics. First, we're going to have college baseball regionals, college softball, Stanley Cup, Messi to enter Miami, Messi, and then NBA Finals. We'll give up some NFL updates, maybe, and then predictions. Uh, so, Aiden, let's kind of get this started here with college baseball regionals. Is there anything you kind of took in particular or noticed last week?
I noticed that there was a few upsets. I don't know if you saw that. A few upsets that I didn't expect. And then obviously I know Tennessee moving on after beating Clemson, and then they beat Charlotte, right?
Yes.
So they're going to be moving on. So happy for that. But a lot of upsets and a lot of it's interesting. I'm excited to see what happens next. I mean, what do you kind of think about the regionals?
Yes, it was very good, and obviously, like Tennessee Clemson, that was the second most watched regional game against Clemson, and we're really able to kind of feel, we were really able to feel that sportsmanship and kind of the grit all teams are kind of showing to kind of end the season, and a lot of teams ended their season, and a lot of teams just kind of made it way. And like you said, upsets. Vanderbilt losing, kind of upset. Coastal Carolina losing. Auburn certainly was a kind of a biggie. But well, in Clemson, I would say I think Clemson was the best team to lose. But
Yeah.
anyway, and I know there's some controversy with super regionals too. But before we kind of go to the super regionals, what are you kind of thinking for maybe like kind of like how it was? Like, are you kind of thinking like was it kind of how you expected? I mean, most of it was kind of how I expected it. There was a couple that was a little bit off, but I mean, it was pretty close.
Yeah, I expected, a lot of things that I expected kind of did happen. Nothing really surprised me that much. Yeah, I knew that Tennessee was going to win. I didn't have any doubt about that. I don't know if you did, but I'm pretty sure you didn't. Um, and then obviously other regions. There are a lot of stuff that happened that I thought was going to happen, and nothing too surprising. Maybe a little bit, but not that much.
Yes. Now let's kind of go to super regional weekend. There's gonna be a lot of good matches. SEC is kind of controlling aspect of it. But anyway, let's kind of get to the bracket. I had the bracket pulled up, and kind of begin while we pull up this bracket. Some major controversy of Southern Miss hosting instead of Tennessee. What are your kind of thoughts about that? And I can kind of give my thoughts.
I mean, I believe that Tennessee deserves to host. I don't know. I mean, Southern Miss obviously is hosting, and I don't agree with that. I don't think that they should host. The controversy, all that stuff. I don't think they should host. I think Tennessee should host. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I certainly agree with you, and I don't necessarily have all the reasons why Southern Miss fans believe, but certainly me and the whole Vol Twitter believe in these reasonings. So we're obviously have Knoxville's better, I would say, and we have better hotels. Tennessee has better facilities. Tennessee has a better RPI. They're in a harder conference. They also won the hardest regional against the. We pulled off, I guess, technically the biggest upset. I know it really wasn't an upset, but we beat the highest rated ranked team that lost. We beat them, and Well, Southern Miss didn't do really too much. We went undefeated in our regional, and they lost one game. But it just kind of sucks. Their old athletic directors on the committee. Uh, one of the committee's sons on Southern Miss. So I think that pulls a little bit into that, but kind of very unfortunate, very unfortunate. But
Yeah,
anyway, here are super regional matchups. We won't really give our predictions right now, but this is kind of how we're kind of setting the tone. Wake Forest versus Alabama. In my opinion, that's going to be a real good series. Because Alabama's they're in the SEC, which is tough enough, and they're kind of right in the top portion of the pack for SEC, and that shows real good for Alabama. But Wake Forest has kind of been number one seed, kind of the very end of the season, and they're looking like the number one seed. Uh, what do you kind of think about this match, Aiden?
I think that the match is going to be pretty interesting to watch. And I'm not going to say my predictions yet, but it's going to be an interesting one. Some good college baseball there, and yeah.
Texas for Stanford next. I think that's certainly going to be a good matchup. Both of these teams kind of didn't really struggle at all in the regionals, and I think that's really going to show. Do you have anything else to say for Texas Stanford?
I don't really. I don't. I mean, I see this game. I mean, not the game. Sorry, the series being interesting. Could be. I could be going to game 3, but I think Stanford has it. That's not a final prediction, but I think they will definitely have it easy here. Texas could do something, but yeah, I think it's a one-way series here into Stanford.
Yes. Now on to LSU versus Kentucky, one of two, both SEC matches. Certainly, SEC's kind of running things in the super regionals, as they have 6 out of the 16 teams. So, let's do the math there. That's about 3/8. So, I think it's like 44%. I think it's like 44%.
Wait, what is it? 3/8?
Uh, 3/8. Yeah.
3/8.
So LSU Kentucky's gonna be a great game. They've been that number one team
Like
and
30,
then kind of
30.
struggled. Okay, I was close. Struggled for a little bit, and and then now they're the 5th seed, I think. So they're a good team. Kentucky kind of pulled a tough one. What are you kind of thinking about that, Aiden?
I'm thinking about. I mean, I'm thinking that Kentucky and LSU, two SEC teams, they probably faced each other this season already. I think they know, which gives them both an advantage. They know how their hitters are, who can hit, who doesn't, and I think that it's going to be very interesting. It's one of the if you want to ask me what super regionals to watch, if you're a baseball fan or you're just trying to find something to watch, LSU versus Kentucky is going to be a good one. But I think that, yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting. Obviously, two SEC teams battle it out, and yeah.
Also, I'm just kind of not thinking about this. Actually, I think Vanderbilt and Arkansas were actually higher than Clemson. I know Arkansas was. I think maybe Vanderbilt was too. I'm not 100% sure about that. But Vanderbilt and Arkansas, they choked. TCU owns Arkansas. Uh, they lost by, I would say, football numbers to a football school. Arkansas did, and Vanderbilt. Bunch of rain delays in Nashville, and kind of was a little. It was rough for Vanderbilt fans.
And a little score update for the Duke of Virginia game, because right now it's live while recording this, and Virginia just tied it up, so it's 3-3, bottom of the 6th.
Yes. Uh, I was kind of watching that before the podcast began, and it was certainly a great game. It's going to be a great series. Now, kind of for the last matchup, Southern Miss versus Tennessee. Well, as I'm obviously a Tennessee fan, Aiden's obviously a Tennessee fan. This is going to be a major game. We're going to Omaha bound. Southern Miss are overrated. Could not even compete the Sun Belt. More like the Fun Belt, because all y'all do is win for fun. Y'all can't compete to the big SEC schools. And that's why Tennessee is going to sweep Southern Miss 2-0. Aiden, do you have anything else to say?
Tennessee's gonna win it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, the Super Regionals are going to be June 9th through 12th. And then the College World Series will start June 15th. Now, let's move on to our next topic. Our next topic is college softball. Obviously, the national championship, Oklahoma destroyed that, won the first two games, and that swept the series to win the national championship. And Oklahoma, that gave them the best season ever. Defeated teams like Florida State, Oklahoma State, Tennessee. They beat 9 out of the top 10 teams, and they're just kind of destroying. We kind of thought that to begin with the softball World Series. Aiden, do you take away anything specifically? Just kind of what we expected and winning by large margins for Oklahoma.
Yeah, I mean Oklahoma, they definitely are a good team. They proved it by what they did, and I think that I thought Tennessee had a chance, and they definitely did. They were a good team, but Oklahoma was just they were too good. They ended up on top, and yeah, one of the really good softball team. Not really, I didn't really watch softball a lot, college softball, but one thing to take away is that Oklahoma softball team this season did really well, and they're national champions, and that's all I gotta say.
Now, kind of turning ties a little bit to the major league. Not major league. Professionals, I would say, for the Stanley Cup. Vegas Golden Knights kind of controlled the first two games, winning both by large margins. And now Florida Panthers made it 2-1 series. Aiden, do you think Florida Panthers had to win that game?
I think, yeah, I think so. I think that the way that the NHL Finals is going. Obviously, the Golden Knights are up 2-1. I think they definitely need to win this game. They're at home, so if their home crowd shows up, they need to win it to tie up the series. If not, it is kind of hard to go back to a 3-1, to come back from a 3-1 league. So
Yes.
tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time, if y'all are interested in watching NHL action, there you go. There's a game for you. But I think the Panthers is a must-win for them. Obviously, because 3-1, like I said, it's kind of hard to catch up back. And honestly, I think if the Golden Knights win tomorrow, they definitely going to win the whole series, I feel like.
Yeah, personally, I picked Panthers. Panthers kind of hasn't faced much losing in the Stanley Cup playoffs, so that may be kind of struggle to turn things around. But Panthers are a good team to do that. For uh, looking forward to things to turn it around. Like I said, it's gonna be a hard one. Would you say Florida Panthers, if they win the next two games 3-2, do you think it's any chance for Vegas Golden Knights to kind of gain back momentum? This is just a what if scenario.
I mean, yeah, I think the Panthers could gain back momentum, but honestly, I don't think it would happen. But I mean, yeah, I think the Panthers are going to win the whole thing. I said that a few weeks ago or whatever on the podcast, and I still want to stick to it. But if the Knights win tomorrow, then I don't see it happening. But I think the Panthers definitely could pull it off, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Yeah. Do you see any more overtime games? Obviously, Panthers won in overtime. And And Panthers have been down majority of the series. They were down majority of the game yesterday. Do you see this kind of being a problem? Because Vegas Golden Knights are taking a lot more shots. Panthers are drawing more penalties, and Vegas Golden Knights are having a lot more power play minutes. Do you kind of see this in effect, kind of the tiring down of the Panthers? Because in order to go to Stanley Cup, you have to win 3 series, which is at least 12 games. And obviously, both teams played a lot more than 12 games in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that can definitely impact uh, the series. The Golden Knights, they definitely they've been better this whole entire series, and the Panthers barely pulled it off with the win. So I don't. That's why I said before. I don't think that the Panthers will be able to have the momentum to catch back up, and so that's why once again must win for the Panthers tomorrow. So yeah, I kind of feel like that is a big factor, and Panthers need to step it up, and they need to start the momentum right tomorrow. Like they don't need to wait until the Golden Knights win 3-1. Okay, now let's step it up. They need to step it up tomorrow, and they need to start winning if they want to get back into the finals.
Yes, I couldn't say it myself now. Let's kind of move over here to the NBA. It's going to be a lot of the same questions. Just let's kind of make the responses different. You kind of see it kind of similar way. 2-1 Nuggets. Kind of different storyline. We got it. Nuggets won the first game. And then Heat. And then Nuggets kind of reclaimed 2-1. That's been going on at the same time as the Stanley Cup. So what are your thoughts about that kind of? Um,
Yeah, I mean the Nuggets. I mean Jokic and Murray, they did really good in Game 3. Kind of just dominated the whole game, and nothing that he could have done. And um, it's great to see the Nuggets doing good. But like I said, I still have the Heat in it. I still have the Heat winning. I still have. I'm passionate about the Heat. They're gonna win, and as the 8th seed, they're kind of underdogs here, playing against the number 1 seed from the Western Conference. But the teams are playing like their seedings are right now. The Nuggets are dominating as the first seed, and then the Heat, they won like one game, but what does that really do when you have Jokic on fire lately, especially Game 3? And the Heat, they need to step into the series just like the Panthers. They need to have momentum, and it's kind of similar stories here, but honestly, if I were to say who I think is going to win now, it's the Nuggets. But I still think that the Heat could win.
yeah, kind of said it great there. People, you said mentioned Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. A lot of people have been saying this is their best game together in the last 7 years, and they're saying it can only be better than that. What are your thoughts on that? Do you kind of believe it's their best game in the last 7 years, or
Yeah, yeah, I
at
do.
least recently?
Yeah, I think that they work together, and that's the only reason why they were able to win, because they were on fire. And I'm trying to see where they did something. They were the first teammates in NBA history to each record a 30 plus point triple double. So that's what I was trying to say. That is it's pretty important there. And if you're playing like that, I don't see why the Nuggets are going to stop at Game 3. They're going to keep building the momentum they already have, and the Nuggets are just probably going to keep doing it. And the real question, also another question, is what does Jimmy Butler, what did they have to do in order to stop Murray or Jokic, or basically the Nuggets in general? What are they going to do? They got to step it up if they want to win here. And the Nuggets score of the Nuggets and Heat's game, if y'all wanted to know, was 109-94. And basketball, it's not really a close game, and it's just we saw it. Jokic and Murray. So that's what I kind of think.
Yeah, what Heat's had to do, Heat certainly had to turn things around. Jimmy Butler, he's been taking accountability, which is such a mature thing to do for a player that caliber. He certainly is really good, and a lot of potential. They got to get the rebounds back. If Jamal Murray, I mean not Jamal, if Jimmy Buckets and Bam Adebayo, if they're really able to control the rebound game, get Jokic out of the problem, uh, out of the picture more like, then you're really able to penetrate the defense and score all those buckets while the crowd's getting hyped, the bench is getting hyped, everyone's getting hyped. That is momentum. You can turn around a series so quick, and they know that from exactly what the Celtics did with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And also kind of going on more the individual side here, um, Jamal Murray, that was one of his best games in his career, if not his best. Kind of throughout the podcast, throughout the year, we've kind of really been able to break down the Nuggets, and we're saying that individual. We know Jokic is going to be good every night. He's going to get at least a double double every night. But what's the people around him going to do? And
And
that really showed against Jamal Murray.
and the way Jamal Murray is playing, I definitely see him as a caliber for the NBA Finals if the Nuggets win. I think last week we were
MVP.
asked, yeah, Finals MVP. Last year, not last year, sorry. Last week on the podcast we had Benjamin on. Sorry for that. Sorry for the audio he had, but we were having the conversation about the topic over the Finals MVP, and we were kind of saying the basic Jokic if Nuggets win, and Jimmy Butler if the Heat win. But now looking at it, you kind of see Jamal Murray as a candidate for the Finals MVP. The way he's
Well,
playing, do you agree?
Well, yeah, to my offense, I did say Jamal Murray.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that too, but I didn't really know how he would step up. He proved
Yeah,
me wrong, and Jokic is still probably. If I had to pick between the two, I would probably still say Jokic, but Jamal Murray definitely could do it. I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah. Then also, not to my credit, I'll say Tyler Hero, and he's yet to kind of really play.
Yeah, you did say that, and I don't know. I feel like you just wanted to say that just to get the Jack Harlow in there.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey,
Also,
shout out
kind of,
to Tyler Hero.
yeah. I watched White Man Can't Jump. Good movie, rated R. So, be careful on that. Anyway, before we kind of move on to some
Biggest news in the
breaking,
world.
yeah, biggest news literally in the world. Have you seen the Jamal Murray, uh, like pain tolerance, like stuff?
No, I haven't seen it. Is that?
Okay, so he said like from a young age he's been doing pain tolerance exercises, and he's done a couple. He said, but one
Hmm.
that kind of stuck out to me. When he was little, or kind of in his teens years, he would put hot tea bags on his knees and like start squatting.
I mean, hey, if that works, and I guess it works, right? I
And
mean,
are you done kind of with the NBA Finals? Moving on to Messi to Miami.
yeah. Let's get on to the biggest news in the world. I mean,
All
literally.
right, guys. Breaking news. Y'all all probably heard of it. Doesn't matter if you're from middle of nowhere, if you're from USA, or if you're from anywhere in the world. This is world breaking news. Messi has signed a reported 2-year deal with Inter Miami for money with Adidas, Apple TV, and a stake for Inter Miami when he retires as an ownership. He has turned down a reported $1.5 billion deal with Saudi
Hmm.
Arabia League, and turned down a deal with Barcelona. Uh, he said he went to Miami kind of for the experience, and that's why he turned down the money. Uh, so what are your kind of thoughts on that? And then we can kind of get into the more uh numbers side of this, and we talk about the importance and kind of the ticket price and
Ticket
all that
prices.
stuff.
I
Yeah.
mean,
So what
everything's
your
gone up in the MLS. I feel like, but anyway, about the whole contract thing. If I was Messi, I mean, obviously the experience, like he said, uh, you know, it's an experience for him, but it's an experience for everyone. I mean, um, MLS obviously isn't the most popular league in the world, but now it probably is the most popular league. Not the most popular league, obviously Premier League, whatever. But it's probably going to be watched now. Apple TV is probably going to make big amounts of money from this. Everything, and I think that with all the billions of dollars he was going to get from the contracts, I don't know if he may get even more money with all the stuff that he's getting from going to Inter Miami. Is it so? Like, if you were, let's just say, if you were Lionel Messi and you were given the contracts with like the what he got, would you accept the MLS contract, like all the things that he gets from that, or would you accept the other contracts with big amounts of money? I mean, what would you
well,
pick?
my reasonings are a lot different, obviously, than Messi. But I'm going with Inter Miami. Obviously, Inter Miami is probably or Miami itself is a lot better city. Also, I don't know if I'd want that much money because, like, what's the point of even playing if you don't get that much money? Second of all, Saudi Arabia, that's different. We don't need to go to politics and stuff for that. But Miami, I just feel like a lot better, closer to town. MLS is my uh pronounce it like my league. Like I watch Championship League, USFL, Premier League, national teams, but MLS is my go-to home
League,
league.
because your
Yeah,
favorite team is in the league.
yeah. And we just kind of grew up there. You playing soccer, little league, you're on MLS teams.
And I don't know if you're going to ask this later on about this topic, but what does this move mean, not just for Messi, but like entirely of soccer or MLS? Or like, what does this mean for soccer? And I think that for me, if I want to say, it will change probably soccer for, I don't know how long, forever, probably. I mean, uh, soccer is not the most popular sport in America, and I think that Messi coming to America is going to definitely get more viewers in soccer, and I think that it's huge. I mean, what do you think about it?
Oh yeah. Certainly he tops the greatest players to go to the MLS. David Beckham, obviously, and some other greats, but he just way better than all of them. I mean, I thought some shade to David Beckham. Certainly a great player for LA Galaxy, but he's one of the greatest players to ever come, or he is the greatest player ever going to MLS. One of the greatest players of all time. Uh, certainly, even if you're a Ronaldo fan, you got in the Americas, you certainly have to respect this move. And what it kind of does to all MLS, it's always going to jump Adidas sales while he's getting a stake in that, or money from Adidas. Spike Apple TV deals out of the roof. That's why he's getting money for that. But also, ticket prices. You're looking for an Inter Miami ticket game, normally it's about $20. Nice date night, $20. You go out Saturday, a real good game, you can get there probably about $30. Now you want to go in October? Good luck. You got 357, $400, and then it's the same exact way on away games.
Probably, and also probably if it's not sold out by then too, right?
Yes, you gotta jump on it real quick, and also jerseys. Uh, they haven't officially put jerseys on the market, and on the uh, the three major MLS store sites in Adidas, Fanatics, MLS, and Inter Miami's like web page, Messi is by far the most ordered jersey of all time, and it's only been, I would say, about a day, 24 hours, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, no, sorry, probably about 36, yeah. Probably about 2 days. And there's going to be a lot more other facts, Aiden, kind of bring out the followers section, like the attention it brings to Inter Miami.
Oh
And
yeah. So let me say, I'm just gonna say this right now. About an average MLS team on Instagram. I'm just gonna check Instagram because that's what I frequently use sometimes. But anyway, it's probably gonna be on all social medias. Where the average for the MLS teams is probably around a few 100,000, right? I mean, Nashville SC. Looking at it right now, they only have 124,000. Let's see, LA Galaxy. They only have about. Let me look. They have 1.5 million, but I mean they're in LA, higher marketing, whatever. Let's look at Atlanta United. They have about, let's see, 515,000 followers. So 100,000 to maybe slight millions if you're really a high brand team. Inter Miami only about had like 500,000 followers before the Messi signing. But let me tell you this: Inter Miami, as of right now, have
it's,
six
it's
point
only
nine
going
million.
up. Sorry.
Yes. I checked this yesterday. They had 5 million. They now have 6.9 million followers. So that just proves to show that Messi really, made an impact for the team. I mean, the announcement video that they posted now has 3.7 million likes on Instagram. And I don't know. You could check other social medias, Twitter. I don't know, but it's probably all going to be the same numbers. And really, just to show that in about 24 hours, maybe they've gained about 4 to 6 million followers, just like that. It's only going to go up. So I mean, that's crazy. And what do you think about that?
Well, yeah, it, like we said, brings so much attention to the America's soccer. We're getting the World Cup. We're getting the America's Copa. We're getting a lot of uh, great eyes to the United States for soccer. So we're not really well known for. Well, we are kind of well known for, but it's known for kind of bad. Uh, Certainly, we got him on FIFA 23. He's tearing up. Uh, anyway, Benjamin, if you're watching this, we gotta play. Uh, yeah, certainly great aspect. Breaking news. I would say absolutely breaking news.
Eh,
Do you have
Did you
anything else
see
to say?
it? And also, I want to say this. I really do think that this is going to be great, and I'm excited to see what he does. Also, I kind of want to ask you, what do you think? How good do you think Inter Miami will do? I mean, that's kind of something I wanted to ask real quick.
Okay, well, I'm gonna kind of get my predictions and kind of not back it up, but I would show some the FIFA. We would play the right now. They're the worst team in the Eastern Conference. Now, they put Messi on there. They're about 10 to 15, so right about the middle. I believe that Messi has the power with the young squad to kind of not only Messi be uh his goal. I feel like not be the Golden Boot winner, MVP, all that stuff. I feel like his goal is to mentor some of these young players, and that is what he's gonna do. He's gonna have not only an effect right now, but kind of a long-term effect. And I can see him maybe even go to coaching after, and that effect's gonna be major. I can see them being maybe kind of last in playoff team, which is certainly a big jump. And then 2 years, shoot, I can see them really contending for it is if Messi is able to kind of stay out of being hurt and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Alex. I think Inter Miami is going to be one of the best in the MLS. And little score update. I know it's off topic. Virginia and Duke. Virginia just got in the league 3-4, top of the eighth. So that's a little score update for us. The game's probably obviously going to be over when this gets out. But yeah, I mean, I'm Messi. I mean, I feel like it's um, definitely one of the best moves I feel like in recent sports history. And I wish Benjamin was here to kind of say what his opinions are about it because I know he's a big Messi fan. Um, and yeah, he may have some more details about it next week if he's on. He may get his insights on it. But
And
I
there'll
mean,
probably be a
yeah,
lot more like stuff out too.
yeah, a lot more details about it and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of it for that
Yeah,
topic.
yeah, we gotta catch the game against Messi. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to the next topic. NFL updates as we kind of get D-Hop to the Titans, Dalvin Cook's release. We're kind of getting a lot of stuff here, so let's first get a D-Hop with the Titans. He is set to visit with the Titans Sunday. Obviously, he's had some history with Coach Mike Vrabel.
With the
How are you?
Texans.
Yeah, with the Texans. Do you think he's gonna come here? And if he does, kind of what impact is that
I
gonna
mean,
make?
if he comes here, I think that when he visits, I hopefully he likes it. And obviously, Jeffrey Simmons already is into is agreeing with getting T Hop, and I know a lot of people want T Hop, and I think getting DeAndre Hopkins on the Titans will definitely improve our team a little bit because we need a wide receiver. Obviously, I didn't want in the NFL draft. I wanted a receiver early, and we didn't get that until the later rounds, and kind of the Titans, I don't know what they were doing in the NFL draft. Will Levis, all that stuff, but we need a wide receiver. And last year, our receiving numbers weren't the best with losing AJ Brown and releasing Julio Jones, which he didn't really do much the season prior to that. And so, getting DeAndre Hopkins will definitely improve our receivers and our receiving stuff, and hopefully, our offense can get a little better. Ryan Tannehill. Probably his last year here, or maybe I don't know, but it's definitely going to improve Titans some way and somehow. We definitely need improvement, and I hope he does come here. And I think that's the impact he will bring. He is a good receiver, and yeah, what do you think he's going to do?
Well, certainly there's what I want him to do and what I think. Uh, I think it'll be kind of like Julio Jones kind of situation. Do I think it'll be as bad? No. I think he'll at least gonna get a touchdown. But I don't know if it's gonna be as big as everyone's making it. It's just gonna be a lot of money. I feel like wasting down the drain. And DeAndre Hopkins has kind of been Tennessee's Titans like main main rival, I would say. Kind of in the early 2010s, late 2010s, kind of when he was still in the Texans.
I mean, yeah, and so kind of like hopefully that move is going to be quite interesting. What about Dalvin Cook being released from the Minnesota Vikings just recently? I mean, what do you think that means for the Vikings? Where do you think Dalvin Cook will go? What are your kind of thoughts on that?
Well, Vikings, I kind of feel like uh, they've been making some right moves, and I do not think that was a really good one. I think that really will show, really it shows some, shoot, how do I pronounce it? Difference. It'll show a difference. They're going to be relying a lot more on their receiving core and Tyler Heineke. Wait, no, is that his name? No, I'm
Um,
only thinking of the wrong guy.
I'm not sure.
They're tight end. Look that up.
What, the Vikings tight end?
Yeah, look that up.
Viking.
And Justin Jefferson. They're going to be relying on them. Justin Jefferson's a great
Kyle
guy.
Rudolph?
What?
No.
That guy's been retired.
Yeah,
For
I'm
the
not sure. I'm trying to look up, and it's not even T.J. Hawkinson.
Yeah, T.J. Hawkinson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to be relying on them, and those are some great guys to rely on. But Dalvin Cook relying on the running game I feel like, is a good backup option. They're not going to have that good backup options, but teams like what teams did I hear? are looking for Dalvin Cook. Broncos, Panthers,
I thought the Dolphins were.
Jets, Dolphins. Yeah, Dolphins were the front runner, and maybe Panthers. I mean not Panthers. Well, yeah, Panthers, but also Patriots. Patriots are kind of the front runner for DeAndre Hopkins and Dalvin Cook. Well, Tennessee Titans are probably the number one for Dalvin, not Dalvin Cook. Sorry, for DeAndre Hopkins, and I feel like Miami is the number one for Dalvin Cook. But Panthers, so stupid. Predator, not Predators. Patriots. They're probably number two for both of them. Do you see them getting both, or are you just gonna see them getting one, spending on that money?
I see them only getting one.
Now, which one would you want if you were Patriots?
I mean, Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook, yeah, I would probably say that. They kind of need the running game. I would say most.
I mean, yeah, I think so too.
Okay, so now what's next is prediction. Certainly not going to be a lot of predictions, but there's going to be some. Okay, so let me pull this up on my computer. And thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. Well, that being said, let's get a prediction. What we've been updating, this is all series Duke versus Virginia.
Duke versus Virginia. I got Virginia winning the series.
I got Virginia too. Okay, now TCU versus Indiana State.
I have TCU.
I also have TCU. South Carolina versus Florida.
I got Florida.
I also got Florida. We're getting the same here. Oral Roberts versus Oregon.
I got Oral Roberts.
I got Oregon.
All right. Alabama
Now,
versus Wake Forest.
I got Wake Forest.
I got Wake Forest as well. Kentucky versus LSU.
I got LSU.
I have the Tigers. Tennessee versus Southern Miss. I know who you're going to say. I got Tennessee. What do you think?
Your Tennessee Volunteers will win the series 2-0.
And knowing Benjamin, if you always want to guess what his prediction is, it's probably going to be Southern Miss. Not official, but I would rely on that pick if y'all wondering what Benjamin would say about that. He'll probably going to say Southern Miss. Right, Alex? Right?
Yep.
All
And I can if he's gonna say Southern Miss, I'm gonna be wagering. So if we do wager on that, I'll put that in the comments. So
yeah.
if you don't see it, well, you didn't wager.
All right, and then Maisie picked Tennessee, which is a surprise. Next, we got Texas versus Stanford. I got Stanford. Who do you have?
I have Texas. I mean Stanford.
All right, moving on to the NBA Finals. We have Game 4, Nuggets versus Heat. I had the Nuggets. Who do you have?
The Heat.
All right, moving on to Game 5 of the series. We have the Nuggets versus Heat as well. I got the Nuggets.
I have the Nuggets.
All right, moving on to
Nuggets. You have Nuggets winning in 5.
No. Wait, do I? Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do have the Nuggets winning in 5.
Okay.
Moving on to the NHL Finals, Game 4. We have Panthers versus Golden Knights. I have the Panthers. They need to win.
Panthers. Yeah, Panthers.
Game 5, Panthers versus Golden Knights. I have the Golden Knights. I think they're gonna pull it up. They're gonna pull the win there.
I have the Panthers.
Okay, and I mean that's all the predictions. And is there anything you want to say about the predictions, Alex? You got anything else to say?
No. We will post Benjamin's out there in the comments and maybe a community post. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoy this episode 29. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or just want to be on the show, please email us at tlees5588@gmail.com. And my name is Alex, and
I'm
I enjoy
Aiden.
y'all watching. I'll see y'all.
Thank you guys for watching.
Bye.
Go Balls.